Now, First Alert 6 weather.
Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Jaret Lansford here, and hope your Tuesday's off to a great start. We're going to talk about how things are going to unfold over the next couple of days. We've got wind out there that's actually pretty prevalent, and it's adding a chill to the air. We'll talk how long that ends up staying in place and about some warmer temperatures on the way for tomorrow. We also have to talk about a couple of snow chances that are on the horizon and another blast of Arctic air that's on the way. A lot of stuff to get to. Let's go ahead and get to it right now. Let's start looking at what we are experiencing out there. And you can see a lot of sunshine that's out there. This is the view at 90th and West Dodge. And a little bit of a wobble to that camera. That's with the gusts that are in place. We're getting some of those up around 25 miles per hour out of the north. So that is certainly adding a chill to the air. Right now we are looking at temperatures sitting at 18 degrees. Feels like it's 3. And that wind is consistently at 17 miles per hour. So it is certainly not the warmest at this time. Thankfully, that wind will start to improve as the afternoon goes on. We'll get those gusts coming down a little bit more to a 15 to 20 mile per hour wind. And as we get into the nighttime especially, we'll be looking at much lighter conditions for those winds. But as of now, it's chilly. You'll still need to bundle up if you're going to be out and about. We're talking about a lot of temperatures that are still upper teens to near 20 degrees and wind chills that remain in the single digits for most of the area. We get later in the day, we will get some improvement on that as those winds come down. We'll end up around 25, 26 degrees for our high. We'll still have that sunshine. Few late day clouds will try to make their way into the area, but mostly going to be better than what we had yesterday afternoon once those winds do start to decrease later this afternoon. So in general, here's what those winds end up doing. Once again, you can see those coming down over the next few hours and getting improvement. But you also noticed late in the night tonight, almost no wind. We're going to hold on to that into tomorrow. So heading in the right direction with that. And by the time we get to our Wednesday, this is the nicest day of the week. Tomorrow, get out and maybe fill up the gas tank, maybe get the layer of salt off the car. It's going to be a great day for that as we get just a little bit above freezing, have some sunshine, 34 degrees for our high. We'll have a few clouds in and out, but this is the nicest day of the week. Then things change. Let's talk about the changes as well. This is what it looks like, and you can see the cloud cover having increased as we head through tonight. And that remains in place all the way. Oh, hold on. We forgot the stop points. We'll just kind of manually do this. We start to get some snow showers off to the west of the metro as we're starting off our day tomorrow, or Thursday, I should say. And this is especially going to be true as you're near Lincoln, Columbus, York. Those are the areas where we'll have that being the most prevalent. And let me pull this full screen so you can get a little bit of a better view of that. So we carry on through the morning. You notice this does start to kind of leak into the metro late in the morning toward midday. This is another one of those scenarios where we could get a quick coating of snow. I don't expect a ton of snow, but you kind of see how as we get into the early afternoon, this starts to break apart. So where that ends up landing for us in the metro is maybe a quick coating, sort of like what we ended up having on this past Saturday, where it's just enough where we may have to watch for a few slick conditions for the lunch hour on Thursday. And then we should see that kind of continue to fizzle out and maybe try to bring a few flakes in as we get late in the day, too. I really think the bulk of it will be in the morning hours. So, as far as what we end up with for snowfall totals, I think this is probably a little drastic for what we end up with in the metro. More so, I think the area that has the best chance of getting those accumulations that are in that half-inch to inch range would be right around this area. Lincoln, Wahoo, Columbus, York. That's where we'd have the better chance of that. Whereas in the metro, we'd probably be looking at under half an inch, the way things are looking like they unfold for us. Still enough that we could get a few slick spots that we'll need to watch out for during the lunch hour on Thursday. And temperature-wise, this fresh coat of snow is going to once again lead to us cooling down quite a bit. We're looking at highs in the 20s on Thursday. And unfortunately, we're going to start the weekend on a really cold note. 14 is our high. That just continues to trend colder and colder. We'll likely start Saturday below 0 for our air temperature. One thing that will be a little different is we won't have the wind that we had last time. So that should keep the wind chills at least in the same ballpark as what we have for our air temperature. Still cold, but hopefully not quite as bad with those wind chills. As we go through the weekend, we will start stepping the temperatures up. 20s for our Saturday, and then 30s for Sunday. But I still think Saturday is actually the better day. We'll have more wind around on Sunday, and yet again, we're talking about the chance to bring a few snow showers into the area. And this will play out in much of a similar fashion to what we have on Thursday, though a little bit more of the area. Could be talking about getting that coating of snow out of this. That would be half an inch or so, maybe up to an inch, Saturday night into Sunday. So another thing that we'll be watching. This is how the temperatures are going to go. And you notice that we are getting the improvement as we get through the next couple days. We get into our Friday. Here comes that pink sweeping us once again, bringing the bitter cold. And you notice how that kind of sets up shop over much of the eastern part of the country. We could be really looking at temperatures impacted greatly again for the eastern half of the country for Saturday, Sunday. And we'll have to watch how this all comes together. The ingredients could lead us to another pretty sizable snowstorm along the East Coast if that all plays out in a fashion where those ingredients come together. So something worth watching and another noteworthy impact from winter here as we get into Saturday and Sunday. As far as the snowfall potential goes, there's what we have from Thursday on this model, and then we add in that next round Saturday night into Sunday, that coating I was talking about. Notice how that blue color is a little bit shifted from what we see for Thursday. So again, we'll be watching that as we get closer. We'll keep you posted on the latest with that. I'll show you the 10-day forecast, and I'll bring that full screen here so you can see that entire forecast. Keeping that breeze around for a few more hours today. And then once we get past the early afternoon, we should be looking at lighter winds and a little bit of an improved feel to the air. But particularly tomorrow, 34 light winds, that will be a better day overall. Bit of a regression for Thursday, 20s for highs. You notice the 2 degrees we start Friday with, 14 for our high on Friday, likely starting below 0 Saturday. Then we get 20s for Saturday for our high. Back into the 30s Sunday. That does come with those snow showers. And then improvement for next week. It's looking likely that we get some 40s in the area. And we may hold on to that, even improve on that as the week goes on next week. It's trending toward being above average with our temperatures. And, hit the wrong button here. This is what I wanted to show you. Nope, not that. Hold on. Let me show you what I wanted. All right, stand by. We'll get that right graphic up for you. Looking at 90th and West Dodge. This is the graphic I wanted to show you. There we go. Note how the warmer than average is really taking in our area as we get into that first week to week and a half of February. So that would put us with some 30s, upper 30s to 40s for temps. That would be some above average temperature, something we haven't seen a ton of here in the last 5 to 7 days. So we'll be moving toward that. We'll have to see as February goes on if this colder than average maybe starts to drift back in. That could also lead to some snow moving in if we get that kind of back and forth going between the warmer and colder than average. So not done with winter just yet, but it is trending at least toward getting some warmer temperatures as we head forward. So again, still a little breezy out there right now. We have a few more hours that should start to improve that for the afternoon. Warmer temps on the way for our Wednesday, and then we slide backward for Thursday and Friday. Get that chance for some snow showers. I think with that, we'll wrap this up. Appreciate you joining me for this live stream. And we're only a few minutes away from our midday newscast on First Alert 6. Join meteorologist Bo Fogel for the latest update there. And we'll continue to keep you posted as the day goes on.